Hi friends, this is the bonus video that I decided to definitely record in time for Samhain or Halloween, because I was kind of looking for my topic, and then I thought, I'll probably release it for November 1st, which is Dia de los Muertos, but then if I release it on Dia de los Muertos, you may not have time to put this in practice for this season. So I am releasing it just a few days before Samhain proper, and again, I will not actually be on YouTube on the day of Samhain. I mean, maybe I'll be mindlessly scrolling, but I won't be available at the channel on the actual day of Samhain. And I also found out that, for some people, Dia de los Muertos or what? There's also All Saints Day. I think it's called All Saints Day. But basically a very Catholic version of Dia de los Muertos. So there are people. I didn't know this until this year, but they do celebrate into the whole first week of November. So that's interesting. I had not known that. And, Samhain is, like, my favorite holiday, and I've been doing related things, like a lot of shadow work and a lot of, ancestor work the whole month. But I had not ever heard of continuing it into the first week of November. But in any case, I'm going to release this either on... I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to release this because, like I said, I want to give people some time, like potentially give people time to put this in practice if they want this in their holiday. Now, I'm going to discuss 3 decks. 2 decks are... I'm not going to show cards because I just can't. I'm literally it's just me and a phone, me holding my phone. So I just don't have the setup to show cards, but I can show at least the most current flip-throughs of these decks. Now, I have some animal communication ability. Like I have said, I didn't have to pick like a profession here. So I have some ability across mediumship with humans, mediumship with animals, and then guides and angels. And I mostly do work with guides and angels. And now, so these are 3 decks that I use for animal communication, guide communication, and ancestor communication. So first I want to mention because people think most of ancestor communication during this time, the work of James R. Eads. So I want to say that, so we're going to highlight 2 creators here. The work of James R. Eads, R is his middle initial, and then like also the work of on Soul Cats by Lisa Robertson. These decks, like, I am I guess not like working in the sense of financial gain, but I work every single day in the field. And these are the decks all of James R. Eads' decks, they function as portals for, like, really feel like a portal. It's like a theme in his work, and it really, really resonates as like a portal where you can really feel sort of the veil, going through the veil. And then Lisa Robertson is also known for the Mermaid Tarot, and I have it. Well, she has a circus deck, and it's across the room from me. I don't know if I would be able to pronounce it correctly, but she has a circus deck and a mermaid deck, and I work heavily with this, as well as her Soul Cats deck, and her Soul Cats deck has definitely enhanced my animal communication practice. So if you do have like soul cats on either side of the veil, but especially if you have a past soul cat, this is the way to go. In terms of James R. Eads, so he has the Cosma Visions Oracle, which it is an oracle, but it has correspondences between all of the oracle cards and the tarot cards, so you can kind of use it either way. Like, you can use it as a tarot deck. I think this is like a little bit more, at least intermediate skill level, though. And then he has the Prisma Visions tarot deck, which is a companion. They're like companion decks to each other, and so I have used the Cosma Visions especially for work on the other side, because that's what it's built for, and then like also guide work. But then I have also used the Prisma Visions tarot deck by James R. Eads for just as much ancestor work, because most of the time that's the one that I work with my uncle who has passed away, who is like a chosen parent. He's like really like a parent to me. And the other deck that I do work with my uncle with is I work with the Soul Trees decks, and right now I cannot remember the last name of the creator, but her name is Allison, and I will make sure that I put a link also to her material. She is like doing somewhat less tarot creation right now, but you still might be able to find her decks around. She said that she had some that were like that had some flaws from the last printing, and it had like burned her out a little bit. So there may be some of her decks available that have some flaws, but they're like minor flaws. And I wasn't even going to mention that, but that is another deck that I use personally in my ancestor work with my chosen father. And he's really the one who pushes me to do more mediumship. Well, although he has stopped pushing, but in the beginning, he was really the one pushing me to do more mediumship work. And then I kind of got across to him that mediumship with people is not my calling. Mediumship itself with like my guides and angels and other people's guides, that's really like sort of feels like a calling to me. I do that kind of work every single day. But yeah, so he has stopped pushing me on doing mediumship. and I will include as many links related to these decks as I can. Prisma Visions was the beginning, and it just celebrated its 10th anniversary, and it had a 10th anniversary printing, which I have to say, I just got my pre-order of that. And because after experiencing the portals in this guy's work, I basically will, anything that he creates, I will back it. So I did pre-order it, and I just got it, and I am working with it for my ancestor work this month. So in terms of that portal feeling, like a feeling like of really, really going to like a deep place with your ancestors or your guides, the work of James R. Eads, either the Prisma Visions or the Cosma Visions, I cannot say enough I cannot say enough about these decks, about how amazing it is to have that feeling, especially as a medium, to have that feeling, like, be personified in a, or I don't know if personified is the right word, but like brought through in a deck, like, and I have to say that it is potent. It is potent, to the point that I don't use them as often as I would, because, like, the feeling of the portal is very intense. So I was gonna definitely release this, like, very close to Halloween, but I may release it earlier. I may move some videos around between now, which is, we're at the end of the 15th of October right now, but I might move some videos around. And I'm going to have bonus videos this month, but this will be the last bonus video of the month. Well, as of right now, because I have a different one that's coming first. And, because I want to be able to have it be like, if you want to be involved with this, you know, at least close to Samhain, and if you want to be celebrating even into the first week of November, like I said, some people do, you can, and I want to give people time for that. So, I'm probably moving around videos, and that's all good. So, I hope I will, like, include, like, you know, flip-throughs and information about how to find these decks. And again, for animal communication, if you have a animal on either side of the veil that is like your soul cat, I cannot stress enough, the same portal feeling comes from this Lisa Robertson deck. And I hope I'm saying her name correctly, because I mix it up. But yeah, she's known. She, you know, if you know her mermaid deck or her circus deck, then she has a few others that I don't have. But she's very known. She has a book on the court cards. I believe that's her. So she has, and I think she also did a book on mermaid magic. I think that's also her. So she's very known. And she has her decks are Llewellyn decks. So if you know what I'm talking about, you remember, like, this person. But her Soul Cat's deck really is amazing for this portal feeling, this feeling of really being with your soul cat. So for animal enthusiasts and people who want to do animal communication, that's a great way to practice or to connect to your soul cat. So I hope this is informative. If you like this kind of content, I'm not usually posting quite so many videos, but I did leave other social media for right now. And so I am focusing on the YouTube. And I will include where you can find these decks and also any flip throughs that I might find in the description. And I hope these summaries are helpful to you. And I hope you're having a wonderful Samhain or Halloween month.